Well, now, Angelica, what I want you to do is, I want you to really focus on that life there. So you're a female with long brown hair and green eyes, and you're 33 years old. Angelica, using your imagination, look around and tell me, do you sense that you're inside or do you sense that you're outside? Just quickly, the first impression. You're outside. And as you're outside, you'll know whether it's day or night. Is it day or is it night?
Day.
It's daytime. So Angelica, what I want you to do now is, I want you to focus your attention on your landscape. And as you're looking around with your imagination, if you knew, describe it to me. Are you in a village, on a mountain, by a lake, in a town? Whereabouts are you?
Difficult to see.
You can use your senses, you don't have to see. Is it a busy place or is it a quiet place?
Busy.
It's busy. So if I said it was a village or a town or a city, which one feels more comfortable?
Village.
It's a village. And this village will be in a country, and I want you to, as you keep walking now around this village, you're going to be stepping onto that land. You're going to be knowing that land, and you're going to know what country you're in there. So Angelica, what country is it there?
Finland.
So Angelica, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap you on the forehead. And when I tap you on the forehead, you'll see some numbers come to mind. And that will be the year that you were in Finland. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. See those numbers. What year is it there, Angelica?
Let's see.
What year is it? You can't see?
Can't see numbers.
You can't see numbers. So is it medieval times? Is it Victorian times? Look at your dress. And tell me, what are you wearing? Are you wearing a coat or a dress? Or work clothes?
That's a dress.
You're wearing a dress. What colour is your dress?
Green.
Your dress is green. Oh, wonderful. And is it to the floor or is it to your knees? Have a look. You just see an image of yourself.
It's long.
It's a long. So are you walking around this village, Angelica? Are you walking to the village or walking from the village? Which feels more suitable to you? Are you walking to the village or from the village?
To.
You're walking to the village. And as you're walking to the village, I want you to just check, do you have anything in your hands there, Angelica?
A basket.
A basket? You'll just know what's in that basket, Angelica, because you spent your time carrying that basket. What do you hold in that basket?
Bread.
Bread. And is this bread for you or is it to sell? What are you doing with that bread? So just keep walking around the village now, and as you're walking around the village, down those streets, tell me, describe those streets to me. What do they look like? Are they cobbled, or are they just, is it a dirt street?
Cobbled.
It's cobbled, And you seem to know your way around those streets there. So have a look in your basket and tell me, have you got anything else besides bread, or are you collecting more?
It's jam.
Jam? And is this bread and jam, is it for you or is it for somebody else? You'll just know while you're walking in the village with a basket of bread and jam. Is it for you or is it for somebody else? Well, just keep walking, and as you're walking now, I want you to begin to connect with the people in the village. And as you're walking through the village, looking at the faces, you come across one particular face, one particular person that you will affiliate with more than the rest. So just keep walking and looking in that village until you see that one person that you connect with. See them now and tell me, are they male or female?
Male.
It's male. Describe them to me. Are they tall or are they short?
Tall.
Tall. And this person, what does he mean to you? Is he a family member? Do you work from him? Is he a friend? What connection do you feel?
Strong.
Strong. Is he your brother or is he your partner?
Husband.
He's your husband. And I want you now to step forward and just feel yourself making your way so that you're in front of your husband there. And what I want you to do now is I want you to be able to feel his energy as you're standing next to him. You can feel his vibration and his energy. And you'll be able to tell me, Angelica, is that a good match there for you as a husband? Is he a good match?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. And what do you call your husband in that life? What's his name? Just hear his name.
Kevin.
Kevin. And tell me, Angelica, and you'll just know this, do you and Kevin have any children?
No.
No. Well, what I want you to do now is, I want you to be able to look into Kevin's eyes, knowing that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And many of us work with the same person, the same soul, over and over again in different roles. So as you focus on Kevin's eyes and look deep within his soul, you'll know whether you've worked with him before or is he in this life now. Does he remind you of anybody today?
No.
No. So Angelica, I want you to see yourself now. Just carrying on with your daily chores. And tell me, do you work, Angelica? What is your trade? If you have one.
No. I bake.
You bake? You're a baker. Very good. Mhm. And do you bake for the whole village?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm. So you're quite an important person if you're providing all that food for the village. Mhm. What I want to do now, Angelica, now we've got all that information that you're in Finland and you're a baker in this village, I want you to close that scene so that we can move forward in that life. But we'll move forward to another significant time in that life, Angelica, when something is happening to you, or you might just skip to another life. So when you're ready, close that scene now and go drifting and floating forward to another significant time in the life of Angelica and Kevin when something important is happening. 3, 2, 1. Be there now. So Angelica, how old do you feel now?
18.
You're 18. Tell me, are you in the same body? Or are you a different person?
Same.
You're the same body. And I want you to look around. Are you inside or outside, Angelica? You're outside. Well, I want you to connect with all your thoughts and your memories. Connect with the landscape and tell me this significant time in your life. Look around. Tell me what's happening. Are you on your own or are you with others?
Alone.
You're alone. Connect with your emotions, Angelica, and tell me, how are you feeling?
Sad.
You're sad. I want you to follow the route of that sadness. I want you to follow that route now, and you'll know why you are sad. What is making you sad, Angelica?
Fire.
Fire. Where is this fire? Is it in the bakery or is it somewhere else?
Hard to see.
Hard to see. Well, you're in that village, you'll just be able to know. You don't have to see if there's a fire, you might not be able to see, but you'll just sense. Are you in the village? Still?
Yes.
You're in the village. There's a fire in the village. So what's happening in the village for the village to be on fire?
Hard to see.
Just use your senses. I mean, has there been a volcano, or is there a war? Is there a fight? Has there been an accident?
Horses.
Horses, And these horses then, are they're the ones that cause the fire?
Yes.
Or is it the people on the horses?
People.
The people. And as you look at these people, describe them to me. Do they look like you, or are they dressed in a different way?
Hard to see.
It's hard to see. Do you know these people, or are they outsiders?
Outsiders.
They're outsiders. So are you being attacked, Angelica?
Yes.
Tell me your village. Is it inland or is it by a port?
sea. It's near the sea.
It's near the sea. Thought it was. And have these people travelled overseas to get to your land there in Finland? And what's the emotions that you're feeling, Angelica, knowing that these people are in your village? How do you feel?
Death.
Death? So what I want you to do now, I want you to know that you can detach yourself from that scene. But I also want you now to go to the last day of that life, totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion, and see yourself there. Tell me, Angelica, do you die at that particular time? Or what age are you?
63.
You're 63. And is Kevin still with you there? You'll just know.
No.
He's no Kevin. And whereabouts are you? Are you inside or outside at these final hours? You're outside.
Cliff.
You're on a cliff. So what are you doing on that cliff there, Angelica? You're 63 years old and you're outside by a cliff. In slow motion, I want you to see that scene and describe to me what's going on.
I jump.
You jump. Well, before you jump, I want you to just reverse the scene and go back a little bit so that we can get to the bottom of your senses and your emotions. You tell me that you are very sad. What is it that's making you sad, Angelica?
I don't know.
Are you in pain? Are you lonely? Are you frightened? What is it that makes you feel so sad?
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. So you've got a lot of mixed emotions there going on. So now what I want you to do, Angelica, knowing that you have jumped off that cliff and your soul can instantly detach from that body, I want you just to imagine that you're just separating your soul now, lifting your soul out of that body so that you can feel your energy soul. That body was just a vehicle that you used in that life. And now that you're out of the body as a pure soul, how do you feel now? Do you feel any different?
Lonely.
Lonely? Well, I want you to just look around, because it's usual when you come out of the body that someone or something comes to collect you, to take you back home. So as I continue to talk to you, just gather your thoughts, look around, and the more I talk, the stronger and stronger the images will come in your mind. And tell me, has someone or something come to collect you? What do you see? What do you sense?
A man.
A man. And this man, describe him to me. Is he tall or is he short?
Tall.
He's tall. Do you know this man? You recognise this man? Who is he?
My father.
He's your father. And now that you're out of the body, as a soul, you can telepathically communicate mind to mind and soul to soul. So I want you to communicate with your father and ask him, what is the message that he's come to give you today? As he's come to collect you, what message does he give you?
Love.
Love. So tell me about this life, now that you've got your father there and you've got all that love around you. Let's get back and look at that life that you led. What was the purpose of having that life as Angelica with Kevin? What was the purpose of it? What was your contract?
Fire.
Fire. When you say fire, do you mean that you're putting the heat into situations? Or you're building up people's bellies with putting fire in their bellies? Describe it to me.
Baker.
You're a baker, I see. And you were a very good baker in that life. But now that you're out of the body and your father's come to collect you, I want your father to take you to your group, your soul group, where you go after you've had a life. So when you're ready, just feel yourself drift